When deciding where to put an AED, you've got different choices. You could, for example, just pop it behind reception, make it clear, put it on a hook. AED units like this will always have some kind of way of hanging them up. Make it very visual, make sure there's clear signage so everybody knows where it is. So if it is behind reception or anywhere, and there's different areas, put signs about maybe in kitchens, in any area where people get together, or on the stairs or exits, to show exactly where an AED is placed. So the other choices you have, you could put it into a cabinet. So there's internal cabinets, unlocked cabinets. This is a unit which the AED lives in. You can also maybe have the AED prep kit in there as well. So it's a metal cabinet with a clear front to it. So it's very, very straightforward to put the AED unit, easy to see, put it in a very visual place, and it protects the AED, and it's obvious when it's, if it's been taken out or missing. It's very clear for everyone to see. If you're putting an AED unit outside, then you would need to put it in a proper external cabinet. So the one we've got outside our office here is a DS3 AED cabinet. The AED cabinet itself is a heated cabinet, so it cuts in to avoid the temperature dropping too low, because AED units do need to be kept within a maintained temperature range. If they get too cold, then that will directly affect the battery and also affect the pads. So you may well find that the battery life is affected if it gets too cold, or the functioning of it, or the pads don't work. If you ever noticed, if you've got an electric car, for example, if it's a frosty day, you might only get maybe even 50 miles less out of it when you look at the range compared with a hot day. That's the type of things how temperature can affect the battery. Now, the advantage of the DS3 also looks at protecting it if the temperature gets too high. So it's a very good, well-insulated cabinet. You can have this cabinet as locked or unlocked. There's a keypad on the front that just shows the numbers where you enter the code in, but you can set it just to open up without the code itself. And also, one thing when you're looking at placing your AED unit, consider putting it on the circuit, which is a national database. So if someone, nothing to do with your business, dials 999 and they have a cardiac emergency, the ambulance operator will be able to tell them where your AED unit is, and also tell them the code to get into the AED unit. Now, if you've got an internal cabinet and you're only open from 9 till 5, you can put all this sort of data on there as well. So, when you're looking at where to place an AED unit, it needs to be in a very visual place. Consider inside or outside, depending on what your use is. Maybe have a unit that's somewhere that general public can get to. It's really, really good you can do that. But if you don't want a cabinet, it could just be a basic unit hanging on a hook. But just make sure that it's not locked away where no one can get access to it. Because the key thing with this, we need to get it quickly. We don't want to be hunting around for keys and things like that. So think about where you're putting your AED unit and make sure that everyone knows where it is.